Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to a weekend vlog. Might go get some more iced coffee because that's really good. Yeah, it's Friday. It's Friday late afternoon. It's almost 4 o'clock. I'm pretty much done with teaching for the day, which is a really nice feeling. I'm caught up on grading. I'm caught up on my email. I'm keeping an eye on email in case someone does email me. Oh, there's really nothing else to do, which is a weird feeling because next week is the last week of classes. And so there's no lesson plans. There's no materials I need to write. There's nothing I really need to prep. The last day of class is just kind of final announcements and saying goodbye. They're not going to be full length classes. I'm in a good place with teaching. So I've basically switched over to bookwork. I've been working on the cover for More Than Fate, which I won't talk too much about right now because I'm going to wait until we've done the cover reveal and then I can go into Photoshop and show you like how I built the cover and behind the scenes of that process, because I think it would be fun to show. It was a different cover than when I did Brave With You. I will definitely show you the process over the summer and autumn of illustrating and designing the covers for Independent Hearts and Across the Pond Book 3. I didn't show you behind the scenes of this one because I was still figuring out how I was doing it, but I think for Book 3 I can show you a bit more. And Independent Hearts, I can definitely show you that. I don't mind in the context of the vlogs. What I really want to focus on this year, especially this summer, is showing you behind the scenes of how I'm doing this, even if it spoils like the cover reveal a little bit, or even if it spoils, certainly not major plot points, but even if it kind of just gives you a little bit more of an inside look to a story than just the back on the book description would be. I feel like you guys would be interested in that. I will show you more of the cover and more cover work going forward, but for now I can't show you because it's not just my book, it's Tamsin and I's book, and I don't want to spoil anything that she might be wanting to keep a little bit more secret. But the problem that I was having today, that is why I'm going to still be working on this for a while this afternoon, I thought that I was working within a file that had been saved in or created in CMYK, and it turned out the file that I thought was nearly done and as close to perfect as I was going to get was in RGB color mode. On screen, there isn't really a difference. You can't see the difference of CMYK and RBG on screen as much when you're actively like editing it, but RGB is used for digital stuff like an ebook cover because that will be read on a device screen, and CMYK is used for print work. So a print book cover needs to be worked and edited in CMYK and saved in CMYK. This was something I learned when I was working on this book, book 1, because I was having trouble, like the preview wasn't looking right when I went to upload it, and so I emailed them and said, hey, it's looking kind of blurry. Before I order the proof, can you just check to see what it looks like on your end? And they emailed back and were like, well, the clarity looks fine, but we noticed that it's in RGB and we really advise that it's in CMYK so that your colors look the way you expect them to. And that was the first time I heard or saw anything on Amazon about that. So lesson learned, and from then on I knew that the print book needed to be in CMYK. The file that I was working on that's in RGB, I can convert that to CMYK, but then that flattens the image, and then I can't move any of the individual pieces, you know, the title, our names, the tagline, our author pictures, the bio, like I can't move any of those things around then once it's flattened. And so when I put it up and upload it into KDP and check the preview, if it looks like it's not centered within the guidelines correctly, like I'm using a template and I'm centering it within the guidelines as best as I can, but those guidelines there's always a margin of error. And so when I was doing Brave With You, I noticed that it looked off center. Of course, now I look at the cover of Brave With You, and if you look really closely, it's still not centered, but also part of the pink spine wraps around. So like you never know for sure. So like I rushed in to fix this, and the file that I submitted, this was centered within the page, but in this particular printed copy, it's not. It's one of those weird things with print on demand. I'm sure even regular print, there'd be a slight margin of error. So I don't want to have a flattened version. I want to be able to, if we put it up and upload it and something looks really off, I want to be able to pop back into Photoshop, recenter things, save a new file, and upload that. And so I don't want to flatten the image just to get it to CMYK. So I had realized that what had happened was when I imported the template file that I got from Amazon, that created it as RGB. So what I did was I re-imported a new file of the template. Before I started adding in all the layers, I then converted it to CMYK, which flattened the image at the point that it was just the template image. I'm now then adding everything back in. So from this point, I should be able to save it to my computer as a JPEG or PDF. I need to double check what it needs to be saved as. I can save it as that and have a flattened file that I can upload, but within Photoshop it'll still be all the different pieces that I can move around. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. It's all good, it's all fine. I've just got YouTube videos playing. I was listening to or watching Shannon from Pages and Polish. She did a book talk on The Lost Apothecary, which is a book that I was talking about in last weekend's vlog. I also have been doing some work on Independent Hearts and getting that sent out to beta readers. I'm just kind of formalizing the process a little bit more. Last night, which you'll have kind of seen in the end of the last vlog, created a Google survey, a Google form for them to input their feedback after they finish reading it, and I created a beta reader agreement form that just specifies kind of the rules of being a beta reader, what you can share, what you can't share. With the particular people that are beta reading for me right now, they're not people I'm worried about, and I wouldn't send it to someone that I'd actually be worried about anyway. But it's more just a matter of trying to put in systems and processes in place that formalize all of this work and just make it feel a little bit more professional than me just sending files to friends kind of a thing. So, but Independent Hearts is starting to go out to betas, which is really, 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 really exciting. I'm going to finish working on the cover and then try to get to, I need to do outlining and I need to do writing. Welcome to Saturday. It's Saturday and I'm very, very happy about that. It's going to be a busy Saturday, but I'm looking forward to that. I can only talk to you guys for a few minutes because I need to call Tamsin. Last night went well. Last night, as you will have seen, I did about 2,000 words in Across the Pond. Stayed up a little too late doing that. Was writing until about 12:30 and then I started reading, and so then that kept me up even later. But I'm trying to finish the book I'm currently reading. I'm trying to finish it today because I've already downloaded my next read from the library, and what I'm reading now is a library book as well. I'm currently reading Know My Name by Chanel Miller. It's really intense. It's about the Stanford sexual assault case from, gosh, it feels like forever ago, and yet this sort of thing just keeps happening, and so it feels still very fresh. I don't know, when I heard that she was doing a book, because it's been out for a while now, I knew it was one that I wanted to read one day because I wanted to hear her story. Not her side of the story, but her story, because I feel like in the press we didn't hear that. It's an intense book. It's definitely one where if sexual assault cases are triggers for you, probably best not to read it. She doesn't spare any details. It's very moving. It's very powerful. I think it is a very important read and a very worthy read, but definitely is one where you have to kind of know what you yourself can handle. Anyway, I need to go get some coffee and get some food and get on FaceTime with Tamsin, and I will check in with you guys sometime later today. Now quite late in the evening. I'm feeling a bit drained. I just finished reading Know My Name, and whew, it's an intense book, but just wow. I mean, wow. Just so moving and powerful and thought-provoking and angering and heartbreaking, and I'm really glad I read it. I think it's an important book to read, but it is not an easy book to read. I got a little bit emotional as I was reading like the early chapters earlier this week. For the most part, was kind of able to just read it, but I'd say the last like 20 to 25% of it I was crying quite a lot while reading it. It's one of those books that's it's hard to recommend because it's not, you know, read this for a good time, but I think it should be mandatory reading for every college student, to be honest, and every high school student, certainly every high school senior, junior, senior getting ready to go to college. But so much of the culture that enables this starts, I mean, it starts so young. If it's been on your list, I definitely say it is worth reading, but just be prepared and maybe take it in shorter stints. I think spending 4 hours reading it today is probably a bit more than I could really handle, but I couldn't put it down, to be honest. She's a brilliant writer and just so bravely tells her story in her own words. Earlier today, you will have seen by one of the clips, Tamsin told me that I could tell you guys, we have uploaded More Than Fate to KDP. It's not available yet. It will be soon. As I've talked about with when I published Brave With You, I'm trying to get into a habit. A Brave start just was so rushed, and it was a really crazy experience, and I learned a lot. And so with Brave With You, I decided I really wanted to have everything kind of done and ready well ahead of time so that I could get everything uploaded, have time to order a physical proof copy, have time to wait for that physical proof copy to arrive, which sometimes it comes really quick. Other times I feel like Brave With You, it came pretty quickly. More Than Fate is scheduled to come fairly quick, to arrive fairly quickly, but that can be delayed. I feel like a Brave start took like 2 weeks. So I just wanted to be able to have everything uploaded, order the physical proof copy, and know that even if it takes 2 or 3 weeks to arrive, we've got time, because we do have a release date kind of in mind that we are trying to keep to. And so then also, if there's anything wrong with the physical proof copy, if we need to make any changes, or if we need to have a second proof sent, there's time to do that if we have to, wait then another 2 weeks for a proof to be printed and sent. So we're still a little ways off from launching it, but we have moved into what is essentially the final stage of uploading everything and waiting for the physical proof, and then assuming that everything is okay with the physical proof, then it's just waiting until our release day. So a cover reveal will be coming very soon. Once we get the physical proof and know that everything is okay and we can meet our deadline, then there will be an announcement of the launch date. The fact that we are at this point kind of tells you that it's soon. So it's very exciting. It's been an exciting day, and then really just was able to give myself the rest of the day to read and relax. I'm gonna go find something calming to watch. Find a movie, a rom-com or something just sounds really good. I'm gonna go and just get on with the rest of my night. Hello and welcome to Sunday. Where's my list? There it is. It's Sunday. Mom is almost here and we're going to Whole Foods. It's my first time going anywhere really other than physical therapy or my parents' house in like 4 or 5 months. I don't think I've been to Whole Foods since, I think I went in December. Maybe it was late November. I know I went right around Thanksgiving. That might have been the last time. So I haven't been in a while, but now that I've got my vaccine, I feel like I can start going to Whole Foods again, which will be really nice. Because getting delivery once a week means I'm spending about $7 a week, so $28 a month just in delivery tips for the drivers. Oh, there's Mom. So come on in, I'm just vlogging. Hi.
Your space.
Yeah, get all my space. My little yoga space here. So yeah, we're gonna go to Whole Foods. Are you excited, Mom?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like going to the grocery store is high excitement right now. So yeah, I will see if I can vlog. Then I will chat with you when I get home. I'm just gonna read for the rest of the day. I started reading Shiver. It's pretty good. I've got less than 3 hours left in it. I think I've got like 2.5 hours left in it. And I was told by someone not to finish it at night because it gets kind of creepy. So I'm going to try to finish that this afternoon as soon as I get home, and then maybe do some writing. So I will check in once I'm home and everything is unpacked, and yeah, I'll check with you later. I'm home. I've had a shower, washed my hair, feeling pretty good. It's pretty nice out today. Once there's more shade on the balcony, it'll actually be really nice to sit out there. So that will be good in a little while. So for now, I'm just going to sit right here in my armchair. I'm going to get my Kindle and get back to reading the thriller that I'm reading. It is now almost 7. I think it's 20 to 7. I've had a very lovely afternoon. I'm a little irritated with myself because I just realized it's nearly 7 o'clock and I haven't edited tomorrow's vlog. Normally it would be edited, exported, and ready to be uploaded by this time on a Sunday evening, but I guess I was just having too much fun reading. Completely lost track of time, completely forgot how my schedule normally goes on a Sunday. I think going to Whole Foods threw me off, but like I said earlier, it was really nice. It's actually really nice going to the grocery store. I know that like the grocery store has been one of the few places that like people have been going throughout everything. Even like if you live somewhere with really strict lockdowns, grocery shopping is still one of the allowed activities, but things have just not always been very good here in Arizona in terms of case numbers and just how the state and a lot of its residents have handled things. I just haven't really felt safe going out to most places. So Whole Foods was a nice change today. But yeah, it did then throw off my schedule. I just completely forgot. You know, normally I get up, I eat breakfast, I read for a few hours, I stop and edit the vlog, go back to reading, and then I have dinner and enjoy my night, and everything's done by the time I have dinner. But it's all good. I finished reading Shiver. It was pretty good. I gave it 4 stars. It was a good thriller. If you liked One by One by Ruth Ware, I would definitely give Shiver a try. They're very similar. And I loved One by One. I think that might have been my problem. I was comparing it too much to One by One. But no, the mystery of this was very clever. It was well written overall. I felt like the pacing in the last third slowed down, and there were some scenes and chapters that I kind of felt could have been condensed and combined, and it sort of tightened it up a little bit. Just as a reader, I felt like it was just starting. The first half went by so fast, and then somewhere around the like 65% mark, it just felt like it started slowing down at a point when it should have started ramping up. As a suspense thriller, it didn't fully live up to the expectations for the genre. As a mystery, it was excellent. I took off 1 star because I felt like it was moving a little bit slow as it got to the point where it should have started going faster, but overall it was a really fun, entertaining read. Now I am reading The Royal We, is that what it's called? You will have just seen. It's a royal romance. I've got a few of those saved away on my TBR list. Now that I'm working on my own, I want to kind of hurry up and read some of these, both to get me in the mood, but also I like to see what other people have done so I know not to do that. I like to read really widely in the genres that I write in so that I know what other authors are doing to both, one, see what everyone does, because that helps you I teach my students this related to business writing. That establishes the genre pattern. So the more examples of a genre or of a document you can see, the more you can see what they all do the same, what the similarities are, and that tells you this is what the genre does. And this is what readers will then expect from this genre. So I like to read widely to figure out the genre pattern, what everyone does, so I can make sure that I also do that. But then I also like to see what everyone does differently so that I know not to do that. So that stays their thing, their original little twist on the genre, and I can come up with my own. I am now just gonna go, I've got dinner cooking. I'm gonna start getting the vlog. I've got my SD card here. I'm gonna start getting the vlog importing, and hopefully it won't be that long of a vlog. I'll edit it a little bit later tonight, but while I eat dinner, I'm going to put something on TV. I was thinking of watching Captain America tonight, and I could edit the vlog while I watch that, kind of worked that out for the evening. So, our Huga question: would you say that the time you spend on social media is time well spent? I feel like this has become such a big question and like concern for people these days, especially with the pandemic. I would say both before and since the pandemic, yeah, my time on social media is time well spent. Are there times where I scroll mindlessly through Instagram? Yes. Did I do that with TikTok, and is that the reason why I deleted TikTok? Yes. I do have times where it's probably not exactly time well spent, but even in those moments, clearly some part of my brain needed to just mindlessly scroll and just mentally check out for a bit. So for the most part, the time I spend on social media is, time spent engaging with a lot of you guys in the comments here on YouTube or on your Instagram posts or replying to comments you've left on my Instagram. It's spent connecting with friends and family on Facebook, because I'm still on Facebook. What I've done is really curate my feeds. I feel like I've managed it to a point where it doesn't end up feeling like a giant time waste. But every so often there's a day where I do lose track of time and, end up spending a little bit longer than I planned. So yes, I would say overall, the time I spend on social media is time well spent, but I'd love to know if you guys feel the same way. So let me know in the comments. Say hi in the comments. Give the vlog a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. That would be amazing. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this vlog, and I will see you all in the next one.